Kristen and I recently, just 2 weeks ago, returned from Costa Rica. And the thing that we know is to gain understanding of a challenge. You can't solve any problem or design any kind of solution unless you really understand it. And understanding revolves around asking the right questions and asking the right people. And we feel like we're off to a great start. Before going, we designed a survey and questions for focus groups for the young people in the community that we're trying to serve. This is a community that is just riddled with crime and gang violence and prostitution and poverty. And these young people either have to pass through that every day of their life and hope and believe that they're going to be okay, or at some point, many of them, it's actually estimated by a local pastor that as many as 50 to 60% of them engage in the behavior that leads to that destruction. They get involved in selling drugs or their bodies or other destructive behaviors. And so we designed a survey, and we got 63 kids to answer this survey, and then these focus groups to learn more about what are the needs that are not being met, what are the things that attract young people to these gangs and to these poor choices, and why are they doing that? And we really came away with some really great data and understanding. And it wasn't necessarily just access issues like, hey, they just need a better school or a school that's closer, or transportation or better nutrition or food or a church, access to a church or community center. Those things actually are present. I mean, some of the kids absolutely did identify that they need more food, right? They're hungry sometimes. But the majority, actually 3/4, said that they have enough. So why is it that they enter into this? Well, the survey was very revealing. The kids who actually who indicated that they were open, that we discern are open to getting involved in this behavior, they had some things in common. Number one, they identified that they had trauma in their childhood, in their early upbringing. People that were close to them died or went to jail, or their childhood they identified was often sad or violent or scary. So emotional trauma was a huge indicator. Number two, and this is really important, the kids who seemed open to getting involved in the narco trade could not identify anything about themselves that they're good at or that they like. They didn't have any self-awareness. They didn't know what they liked and what they could do. And three, they couldn't tell you about their future, which isn't surprising, because young people who are really involved, who have gotten a high degree of trauma, emotional trauma, live in this survival mentality often, and they can live in the here and now, but thinking about the future is very difficult. And so right now we are designing a concept to be able to test later this summer and fall that addresses those three things: emotional health, self-discovery, self-value, and vision and adulting. And so stay tuned. We are really looking forward to continuing to ask the right questions, to get the right understanding, and then bring the right solution. So thank you for everybody who is praying for us and encouraging us and supporting us. There's a lot of work to do, but we're willing to do it.